What's going on, guys? So back to another video with the Mustang. We're addressing the issue where I don't have first gear. We think it has to do with the shift cable and possibly the shift bracket. The bracket has not arrived at my house yet, but we're going to go ahead and install the shift cable and we can install the bracket later. I'm hoping that the cable fixes maybe not having first gear, but we'll see. All right, guys, so old shifter I just found out is bent and binding, so maybe hopefully I can fix something there. But also new shifter is not going to work. Everything is right except for the piece that attaches to the shifter. This hole is not big enough, and if I drill this out, there's going to be almost no material left on this eyelet. The eyelet that I have now is much bigger, so this shifter cable is not going to work. But hopefully by fixing the bent shaft on the other shift cable that was binding, maybe it'll fix our issue. And I really just think that we don't have the adjustment we need with this current shift cable bracket, and we'll have to try once the new cable bracket comes in. But for now, maybe we'll see if this will work. Alright, so we just gotta make sure it goes through all the gears real quick. Put her in neutral and I'll readjust it again. Okay, so should be in neutral, third gear, second gear, first gear. And those shifts felt way more confident. That we have to go back forward. Second gear did not feel confident. Third gear feels like it skipped. First gear feel like it's making all the shifts right. Alright, we're gonna try again. Hopefully, hopefully it works this time. I don't think it's going to. I think we got to get a new shifter cable. This one's got just too much play. See, neutral is reverse again. Third gear is set or neutral. I do think we actually have first gear though. Maybe it's not going into first gear. That's definitely second gear. Still not going into first gear. Damn it. A little update going on here. We've been working on Tyson's Mustang. He pulled the trans out so he could put the clutch and flywheel in. And we're just trying to get the transmission back in now. And also, he got the correct water pump pulley put on. Had to pull the turbo for that. And then we just got to make the trans feed and oil return lines. And it's really close to being started up. All right, guys, it's a new day. We got some new parts. I got a new short, heavy-duty cable with no play. I've already checked it from B&M. And then we also got the complete bracket kit needed for this specific shifter and an AOD. So hopefully now with the right parts, it should go together. That's the goal. So let's stab this stuff in there and see what happens. see if this motherfucker works the way it's supposed to. Yeah, reverse. No, it didn't budge. Alright, we're gonna see if this fixed it. It still goes into reverse in the neutral slot, but I wonder if that's something up with the transmission. Because I haven't figured out the Transbrake stuff yet. Should be third gear. Okay, let's check it out again because it doesn't seem like it was making the third gear shift properly, so we're gonna just try it one more time. See if I can't get it here. It's in park currently. Yeah, it's in park. Okay, one more try with just tightening the shifter end. Hopefully everything's still working good. I just can't get that third gear to fully engage like it's supposed to. Finally, after so many tries, and so many cuss words. I think I got the shifter down, but I'm gonna cross my fingers until I drive it and really get a feel for if it's really right or if it's not. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be a little upset if it's not right. But we'll just have to see. But it's probably gonna die, but I want to see if it's gonna go into reverse like it's supposed to. Yes. But you see, reverse is in the neutral spot. So I gotta figure out why neutral on the trans is reverse. Because it firmly goes into reverse. There's neutral. Third, second. No, that's supposed to be first gear. Second. Okay, so that's supposed to be third gear, and neutral is reverse. So, now that I've confirmed that all of my shift linkage stuff is correct, the issue is definitely inside the transmission, because the linkage, I can feel it go into reverse. The car comes out of park and it's neutral, and then when I put it in neutral, it goes into reverse. So I'm willing to bet that something's messed up with the linkage inside the transmission. So I need to lift it up and check that out. Alright, so I've got the fluid draining. It's mostly drained, but the way this is set up, I got to remove this cross member to get the pan off. So I had to put a jack underneath the rear of the trans. I have jack stands on the car, and I'm going to take this cross member off, and then I can take all of the pan bolts off. Okay, so I got the pan off. I was just inspecting how this linkage moves here and stuff, and inspecting a few other things that I haven't actually seen inside of this transmission. But I believe that there is the Transbrake solenoid, and this here is the overdrive solenoid, I believe. But I'm not certain on that. No, I think this is the overdrive solenoid. That's the Transbrake solenoid, I think. Because this one is grounded to the case here. And this one's grounded through the pressure switch. Which kind of explains why my Transbrake or two-step was on sometimes, because, well, no, I don't know. I think this is not making the right selection in the valve body. did want to talk about this real quick, guys. I think I figured it out. I think that the pin right here on this, where it hooks up to the shift linkage and adjusts this manual shaft in the valve body, was put on the wrong spot. It was here instead of here. So that's why it wouldn't go down into first, and that's why reverse and was in the wrong spot. So now I think I got it. I'm just gonna double check this Transbrake wiring on the schematics and make sure I have it wired correctly, and then so I'm gonna put the pan back on. All right, after many hours, the trans pan is back on, the trans cross member is back on, and I just put the fluid I took out back in it. I haven't made that many passes on it. The fluid looked good, so I just put it back in. And I'm about to run it through the gears, get it up to temp, and double check the trans fluid level, make sure it's still good. Okay, let's try reverse. Okay, reverse shouldn't do anything until I have this plugged in. Reverse is doing something, technically. There's neutral. Okay, so now the shifter's working like it should be. That's third. That's second. That's first. Okay, I do have first gear. And I do have reverse. I am kind of curious to see if I plug this back in again. Okay, yeah, the Transbrake is working. Transbrake is working. I don't really want to put it on the Transbrake yet because I haven't gotten it. Haven't double checked the fluid and stuff. Trans fluid level seems pretty good right now, but I haven't gotten it fully up to temp yet. I need to go drive it and do some stuff to double check the trans fluid level before I really start Transbraking this thing, but everything seems to be working now. Just had to move that shift lever on the actual shift, part of the valve body. So just a little bit of trial and error and trans fluid everywhere and stuff like that, but I'm super pumped now. Everything seems to be working the way it should be. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed still, but I'm not gonna take it out and drive it right now. It's currently 5 in the morning. I got here at 2 in the morning after work. Been messing with this for about 3 hours. I'm probably gonna go inside, get cleaned up, maybe get some rest. All right, it's morning time now. I need an energy drink, so we're gonna take the Mustang on a quick test drive and test the transmission out, and then we can double check the fluid level. temp did get a little warm there. Letting it run seems to be cooling it off. But just double check the trans fluid level. Trans fluid level is perfect. It's a little overfull, but it'll be fine.